Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers face setbacks on road trip as Anthony Davis's injury and inconsistent play threaten early momentum. The Los Angeles Lakers, who started the season strong with a 3-0 record, have faced recent setbacks, dropping to 4-3 after a 115-103 loss to the Detroit Pistons. This loss marks a disappointing 1-3 record on their 5-game road trip, with only one game remaining against the Memphis Grizzlies. Anthony Davis, the Lakers' star forward and league-leading scorer with an average of 32.6 points per game, aggravated a lingering left foot injury during the game. Davis, who has managed the injury since the summer, expressed frustration but remains hopeful of playing in the upcoming game. His status, however, will be evaluated on a day-to-day basis. In the fourth quarter against Detroit, Davis caught a pass from LeBron James and scored, helping to close the Lakers' deficit to 103-96. Unfortunately, he experienced intense discomfort in his left foot after landing and showed visible signs of pain as he continued playing. After a brief timeout, Davis received medical attention but remained in the game, scoring once more on an alley-oop from James. Despite his efforts, the Lakers were unable to sustain the momentum, and the Pistons pulled away with a final 12-5 run to secure their victory. Following the game, LeBron James addressed the impact of Davis's potential absence on the team, stating he wasn't willing to speculate about the hypothetical situation, especially as Davis himself reassured that he was not out. James emphasized the importance of Davis's presence on the team, alluding to the significant effect his absence could have. Davis's availability remains uncertain, but his presence is clearly essential for the Lakers' success, and James chose to wait for a concrete update on Davis's condition before considering any adjustments. In addition to injury concerns, Davis voiced frustration about the Lakers' inconsistency. He noted that the team has shown flashes of high-caliber play but frequently fails to maintain their performance, expressing disappointment in their inability to play consistently for a full game. This inconsistency has led to issues on both ends of the floor, with Davis urging the Lakers to play with more focus and continuity if they hope to contend in a competitive league this season. The Lakers' recent struggles have highlighted their lack of stability. Since their win against the Toronto Raptors, they have been outscored significantly by opponents, including a tough loss to the Phoenix Suns after squandering an 18-point lead. This trip has brought various challenges, with several players initially setting a goal of avoiding back-to-back losses, only to fall short in games against Cleveland and Detroit. Coach J.J. Redick reflected the team's mood, acknowledging their collective disappointment in the recent performances as they work to regain their early season form. J.J. Redick wants the Lakers to have more pride defensively. If there's one thing that stood out from the Lakers' 5-game road trip so far, it's how bad they've been defensively. They could not even slightly interrupt Cavs players Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley's game. The pair combined for 49 points on 61% shooting en route to a 134-110 victory against the Lakers. Then, on Monday night, the Pistons' backcourt dominated the Lakers, with Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham lighting up their perimeter defenders. The game concluded in Los Angeles' most frustrating loss of this early season, a 115-103 defeat on the road. The defeat was infuriating not only because the Pistons are projected to be a lottery team but also due to the poor defensive effort the Lakers gave at the start of the game. In his post-game comments, head coach J.J. Redick expressed his desire for a better overall defensive effort. "I would say if there's one thing we just need to start with a little more just pride defensively. We talked this morning about this as a much different team than last year. They play really hard and they try to get up and down and they try to move you in the half court. I thought our effort and fight in the second half was really good. That third quarter, defensively, was, in some ways, a blueprint. It wasn't perfect, but in terms of effort, was really good. In the third quarter, Los Angeles outscored Detroit by 8 and held them to just 22% shooting from the field, so props to Redick for pointing the bright spots and places the Lakers can look at as positives in an otherwise negative game. One of the biggest concerns for the Lakers has been the team's inability to stop others in transition. The Lakers are currently giving up 28.4 points in transition, the second most in the NBA. The story is out on this team. If you can run, they won't/can't stop you. We just wasn't physical, Anthony Davis said post-game. They were very physical when they were playing in transition, they had open looks from three. They made some shots early on. But they just didn't feel us early on either end of the floor. Even though we were making shots, our defense wasn't there from the start. Currently, the Lakers still only have AD as a respectable rim protector, and asking him again to clean up all mistakes down low while carrying so much offensive responsibility is a lot. Someone has to help him. Anthony Davis aggravates foot injury as Lakers' road woes continue. The Los Angeles Lakers' perfect 3-0 start to the season already seems like a long time ago. Monday's 115-103 loss to the Pistons dropped LA to 4-3 overall and 1-3 on their current 5-game road trip. Making matters worse, Anthony Davis, who scored 37 against Detroit to up his leading average to 32.6 points per game, had his left foot examined after aggravating a left foot injury in the fourth quarter. "I'll talk to my trainer and just kind of figure out what exactly is going on," Davis said after the game. "I've been managing it since this summer, honestly, and my goal for every game is to be on the floor. And I just kind of landed directly on the spot that's been killing me. So, we'll figure it out." Davis has not been ruled out of the Lakers game in Memphis on Wednesday to conclude the road trip, sources told ESPN. However, those sources cautioned, with the foot issue plaguing the all-star big man from the end of last season through the Paris Olympics, it will truly be a day-to-day situation. Davis caught an entry pass from LeBron James to score with 4:46 remaining in the game, drawing LA, which trailed by as many as 20 in the first half, within 103-96. But the bucket came with a consequence. When Davis planted his foot after jumping to catch the pass, the discomfort occurred and he winced in pain as he made his way back down the court on defense. The Lakers called timeout 20 seconds later when James collected the rebound on a Tobias Harris miss, and Davis immediately went to the floor, grabbing at the back of his left foot near the heel and receiving medical attention from his athletic trainer, John Ishop. Davis stayed in the game and scored on an alley-oop dunk from James on the next possession to cut Detroit's lead to 5 with 4:10 left, but the Pistons finished the game on a 12-5 run from there to close things out. James, who finished with 20 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds while playing a season-high 40 minutes, was asked what Davis's potential absence could mean for LA. "I don't know," James said. "I'm going second by second." While a reporter followed up, Davis, who was standing next to where James was sitting, chimed in to say, "He's not out," referring to himself. James, hearing Davis, chose not to entertain the hypothetical. "I don't play the if game," James said. "We'll go off what AD says and see how he feels over the next couple of days and go from there. But it don't take a rocket scientist to know the impact if AD's in or out. Come on." While Davis's status may be in question, he made his opinion about his team's recent play crystal clear. "We're just two different teams right now," Davis said. "And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Anthony Davis? Leave your opinion in the comments.